What is up, everybody? Today is Friday, February 28th. Welcome to Kings of the Clubhouse. It is your boy, Big Kriegs and Tommy Zachary. We are here for a short Friday episode, so we will jump right into it. Going to start with a little bit of a weekly recap of what has happened since our last recording of Tuesday. I know we talked about before Luka's big trade from the Mavericks to the Lakers. They finally played. Luka, the Mavericks went to LA. Luka had a triple-double in the revenge game win against the Mavericks on Tuesday. There was a really cool picture of him like hitting a three, then looking to the crowd, and the Mavs owner is just looking right at him, and it was a really, really good picture. So I'm sure Zach will probably put that in there. But yeah, it was a really interesting thing to see. It was on a Tuesday night. Not really anything going on, and it was Luka kind of showed everyone, hey, this is why you don't trade me.
Yeah, it's a good game. I think this Lakers team is dangerous with Luka. I'm really hoping, I'm not huge in the NBA, but I really hope that maybe LeBron can get it done this year, win it, and go out on top. And then Luka can be the face of the face of the Lakers for the rest of his career. I don't see him leaving LA now. I think they'll do whatever they can to make him stay.
Yeah, to keep him there.
But the Mavericks are that'll go down as one of the worst trades ever.
Yep, I agree.
More NBA. Pistons beat the Celtics by 20 in Detroit Wednesday night. Pistons look good.
Yeah.
They look really good.
Cade Cunningham is a fucking dog.
Superstar.
Yeah, he's turning into a superstar. The Pistons it's going to be really cool to see the city of Detroit get amped up about some playoff basketball, because I mean they're all but in at this point, unless they have a really bad collapse of the season.
Let's see where they're standing right now.
I think they're
sixth.
Yeah, I think they're in the 6th seed. So I mean,
but they're only a game behind the 4th seed.
Yeah, I think they have to have a pretty big collapse.
Yeah, they're 5 games above the 7th seed, and 10 games above the 10th seed. So yeah, it would take a lot for them to mess around and not make the playoffs, which would be the first time in a while that the Pistons have made the playoffs. I'm here for it. Whew. I mean, we're both Michigan boys. I know he's a Bulls fan, but it's cool to see the hometown teams make the playoffs. I mean, I root for them, and I don't have a dog in the fight, but I do root for Detroit teams if they're in it, and I'm not opposed to them being good again.
Right.
I know Krieger probably is opposed to it.
I mean, it is what it is. The Pistons don't really bother me. The Bulls are fucking terrible, so it's not really all that bad. But it is what it is. It doesn't really bother me. So Thursday night we're recording this. So the NFL Combine did start today, and that's really cool. I think the defensive linemen started most of their drills today. I think that either the running backs or the cornerbacks go tomorrow.
Time of recording this, the Blackhawks are down 5-1 against the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
Just sprinkle that in there. A little salt on the wound for us. And Michigan is currently trailing by 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, Combine started. The NFL kind of never stops. I mean, it's been, 22 days since the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And we already got more football action.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But it's awesome, The Combine's a combine. It's the start of everything. Interviews going on. A little more NFL news. The Cleveland's GM came out, and basically the Browns GM said, we have no interest in moving Myles Garrett. I think it's just a ploy for people to give more of an offer. But they say, hey, I have no interest in moving him. And then also the Chiefs put a franchise tag on Trey Smith. They'll make $24.3 million a year. cool.
Which both teams, they'd be dumb to let those guys walk.
Yeah. So it is. It is what it is. It's cool, but he was a big target for the Bears this offseason. $25 million a year is a lot for a guard, but he's 25. So
Yeah, I mean, you guys need it, so I would take any help that I can get, especially a young stud like that.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, we'll hop into some college hoops. Obviously, we'll talk more NFL once things start to ramp up. And like Krieg said, they've only, what did you say, defensive guys have only gone tonight, and they've only done a handful of drills.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot.
Tuesday, we'll hop into that more. Probably break down the top guys at positions. What's his name? Carter from Penn State.
Yeah.
Abdul Carter.
Yep.
He does have, was it a stress fracture or something like that in his foot?
They're determining if he needs to have surgery or not.
So potential number one pick. That would be not great for him, but it would be great for the teams that are picking like end of the back end of like 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd drop that far, but he's gonna help whatever defense he gets drafted to. We'll hop into some college hoops. Last 2 nights ago, when you were watching this last night for us, MSU had a half-court buzzer beater against Maryland. They tried to choke it away. They're up 4 with like 30 seconds left. It blew it. Oh, shit. Maryland had a chance to score, take the lead with 10 seconds left. They brought the ball past half court, took a couple seconds off, missed a shot. Holloman. I'm drawing a blank right now. Let me see. I'm going to go look. Yeah, Holloman. I was right. I don't know what else I can guess myself. Holloman tried to lose the game by turning it over in the last 30 seconds and ends up hitting the game winner. I jumped out of my seat and kind of lost it. It was good to see, though. Like, MSU buzzer beaters against Maryland are kind of just a thing. It was a good game, a low-scoring game for the most part. But Big Ten basketball, you're going to have that every once in a while. I enjoyed watching the game. Hopefully this run can continue. The second half, last thing I got to say about that is the second half dominance from MSU, their last 4 or 5 Big Ten games, is unworldly. They're like plus 67 in their last 4 games in the second half against Big Ten teams, which is nuts.
Yep, Rutgers at Michigan's going on right now, so we can't really give an update on that. But
78-76 Rutgers.
Yep, Michigan's down 2 right now. So we'll post the final score in here whenever we do the editing and stuff.
But Saturday, MSU hosts Wisconsin. Another tough Big Ten game, conference game. 1:30 p.m. Nice little early tip-off for us. That's another must-win game. Help secure the number 1 seed in the Big Ten tournament. We got to win out, basically.
Yep. Then at 3:45 on Saturday, Michigan hosts Illinois. Illinois is kind of a tough team right now just because they're dealing with a bunch of shit. It's not really sure what team you're going to get when they show up. So it'll be an interesting matchup for Michigan, also depending on how this game finishes
out. Before we hop into WWE, last 2 days, the Cubs tied 4-4. 4-4 against the Angels today and 4-4 against the Cubs yesterday. Or Giants yesterday. Shota pitched yesterday. 2 2/3. Yeah, 2 2/3. 6 strikeouts, 3 hits, 3 earned runs. Gave up a home run. Didn't pitch bad, but that's kind of what you're going to get from Shota. He's going to strike out guys, but he has a problem with the long ball. And then today, who started today? Do you know off the top of your head?
No.
Jordan Wicks started today. 2 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 3 strikeouts. Didn't look bad. Brooks Kriske gave up 2 in the 9th to give it a tie, but the bullpen was good. Presley, one scoreless. All these guys went one scoreless. Presley, Pearson, Thompson, Roberts, Palencia. Bullpen looked good today. Console's going to have some issues narrowing down who's going to be those 6, 7 arms going to Japan and starting the season with the Cubs in the bullpen. But it's a good problem to have because last year we would have killed to have one of these guys making the team. But we'll hop into WWE. Elimination Chamber is on Saturday. We've got Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens in an unsanctioned match. I think this is going to absolutely slap. It's going to steal the show. Unless we get something absolutely wild in one of the chamber matches. I got Sami Zayn winning. What about you? What are your thoughts?
I think it's just going to be a slobber knocker of a match. I don't really know if there's going to be a result in it. I think they're just going to kind of beat the shit out of each other until something happens. So I don't think there's going to be a winner of the match. We'll pop over into the women's elimination chamber match. The winner will face Rhea at /Io at Mania. That title is going to be then defended on Monday, the next Monday Night Raw. So the Elimination Chambers match is Roxanne Perez versus Bayley versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan and then Bianca Belair. I'm not really sure who's going to win this.
I think Roxanne wins.
Really?
I think it's Roxanne or Liv. Okay. I hate to say it, but I think we get Rhea and Liv at Mania, which they've been telling the story for a year and a half now. Like, we don't need it again. But I could see them strapping the rocket to Roxanne's back and, like, hey, her first WrestleMania on the main card, she beats Rhea for the title. Like, that's solidifying your spot at the top in the women's division. I mean, she was the runner-up in the Rumble, and it seems like they want to push her. So, if it was me booking it, I would have Roxanne win to face Rhea, because that's huge. That's the thing, because, like, in the past with under Vince McMahon, like, they bring up these NXT stars, and they wouldn't do shit. He wouldn't do shit with them, so they just slowly kill their character. But like I said, if you strap a rocket to Roxanne, bring her up, have her win this #1 contender match, and have her win the title at Mania, all within 3 months or 3-4 months of her being on the main roster, like you're building yourself a bona fide star.
Yeah, it's definitely an option. I think Liv ends up taking it just because I think they're going to run back Liv and Rhea again at Mania. So
we'll hop over to the men's Elimination Chamber match. Winner faces Cody Rhodes at Mania. We got Damian Priest versus Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, John Cena, and CM Punk. That match could go either way. I think the only one that realistically won't, the only two that realistically wouldn't win are Damian and Logan. I think those would be the two eliminated first. But you could do Seth versus Cody. You could do Drew versus Cody. You could do Cena versus Cody. You could do Punk versus Cody. Like the options are limitless, and there's a story with every single one of them. I personally think that I'm gonna do fairy tale Booker. I'm gonna say Cena wins to face Cody. Punk's gonna cash in his favor with Paul Heyman, because Cody's going to turn down selling his soul to The Rock. So Punk will talk to Heyman. Heyman will talk to The Rock. And The Rock is going to put CM Punk in the match. And we're going to get Cena versus Punk versus Cody for the WWE title Mania.
Okay. Yeah, I could absolutely see that. I think CM Punk is going to win this.
I think it's Punk or Cena for sure.
Yeah, I think it's one of those two. I mean, the only reason I don't think he's going to win it is because I think his favor is going to be something of the fact of Cody or him getting into the match at Mania. So, right. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But you mentioned The Rock and Cody. I don't think he's going to sell his soul. I think that's going to be a thing. I think this is all leading up to Cody turning heel at Mania. I think that's what happens. I think he's going to turn heel.
I don't disagree with you, but it's just so hard because, like, when Cena was the top face in the company, you couldn't tell me, like, hey, he's gonna turn heel. Like, you could it's just not something you can picture, you know?
Right.
So I think they're kind of teetering with that. I mean, like I said, I don't disagree. I could see it happening, but I think it would take a lot for it to happen.
Yeah.
Because then who's the top guy? I mean, Punk. But after this year, you just have Punk. Who's your top face if
Right.
Cody goes heel?
Jay, I guess, probably.
Speaking of Jay, let's talk about this for a second. I saw it on Twitter tonight. So dark matches. Gunther has been facing Rollins, Styles, and Punk in dark matches, and like the tours.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got Jey Uso at WrestleMania. Make that make sense.
It doesn't really. I think
He's
Gunther-
facing all these top guys, and he's got no disrespect to Jey Uso, but he's got Jey Uso at WrestleMania when he's got guys like Punk, Cena, Rollins, McIntyre. Like that's 4 right there. You could put him against Roman. You could put him against Damian Priest, any of these guys. But you got him against Jey Uso at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see what they do. But I think Gunther, like I said last episode, I think you can tell he's frustrated with not getting one of the big draws at the WrestleMania, especially being like, even, I think he would even be okay losing to John Cena. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, because like if John does win another title, puts John over to get the record, I think in return Cena's gonna put that guy over himself.
right.
So like you said, I think Gunther would be fine with dropping it because eventually Cena's gonna return the favor at some point this year.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's something else you could do too is make Gunther a 2-time champion. He lost to Cena. Cena broke a record, but then he won his second title reign started from him beating the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I just there's so much fantasy booking you could do, and I don't remember who said it, but someone tweeted like wrestling would be more enjoyable for fans if they quit trying to fantasy book and just enjoyed what was happening, which I agree 100% because I see myself teetering between the two. Like, oh, it would be better if I would do it this way. Like, and you and I both fall into that category of like wanting and getting. So that's just kind of us needing to step back and okay, this is what they're giving us.
Enjoy what the product they're putting out.
Enjoy the ride and enjoy the product. Yeah.
I agree.
We want to hang on for these last 3.3 seconds of Michigan Rutgers.
No, I think we just end it. I'm getting ready to go to bed. It's already 11 o'clock.
All right, we appreciate you guys hanging out. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. Greatly appreciate all the support so far. You got anything?
Nope, that's all for me.
All right, we'll catch you guys on Tuesday. Have a good weekend. Peace.
Peace.